Hello, Russ of Aquarimax Pets here. I have 3 Isopod deli cups here from Chet, who is fairly local to me but sent these to me, so I'm going to put them in their new enclosures. Let's get started. Alright, in this deli cup, maybe you can see it, the Peacecorer Hubble Creek Calico. Looks like 20 count. So Chet collected these not too far away from where he is, which is actually not all that far away from where I am either. And it is a wild type calico, sex linked, so that the males, still present that gray color, but the females have other patterning on them. Let's take a look at some of these here. And they were collected in an area known as Hubble Creek. They look really pretty. Let's see if I can focus on those. A little hard to focus where they are. You can see they've got an interesting presentation there. So hopefully I'll get a nice colony of these going, and I will label them as Hubble Creek Canyon is their locality. And let's see if we can. There's some more here in the moss. There's some of the wild types there. I'm going to put a lot of the moss. Just put all the moss in this corner here. Once again, don't want to lose any wee babies or others that I happen to miss. Let's see if we can get one more look at those before we move on to the next one. Just such a nice gathering of them here, but the camera's having trouble focusing. That's better. I love that one. It's just got some really nice edging to it. So and there you get a good look at it. Well, semi-good look at it. I wanted to show you what else was in this box as well. It's not all live stuff. Included some of this white wrought wood. This is from the log from which the Hubble Creek calicos were collected. I never have enough white wrought wood, so I always appreciate that. Kind of fun that it comes from the same place that the original calico founding population of those calicos were collected from. Some of the 0.5 ounce souffle cups. I use this kind of cup all the time for feeding geckos and various things. So that's awesome. I can always use more of those. And a whole bunch of these tubes. These can be great for morning geckos, and since I raise morning geckos, they'll use tubes like this to lay their eggs in. These are longer than the ones that I have, so that's fun. And I see some of them come with suction cups to stick them on the sides. So that's fantastic. Now, an interesting thing about these are orange Dalmatians, but Chet mentions that these are extremely fast breeding. I was looking back at the oldest records of orange Dalmatians in the hobby in the US, which is available on Dendroboard or Dendroboards, I can't remember which one it is, .com. There are posts going back to 2015 by Alan Gross and Ryan Orr about the orange Dalmatians and how the first ones were produced, at least the first ones in the US hobby were produced. I'm involved in that post as well, because I started to try to basically replicate the experiment that was going on. So if you want to check that out, it's called the Orange Dalmatian Project, I believe, on Dendroboard or dendroboards.com. Some really nice marked specimens in there. Look at that one there on the right. Really, really well-marked specimen. So we're saying these are this is an extremely fast breeding strain. And I'm curious about that. But that's what it said in the original post, that these seem to be faster breeding than the parent stock. So I'm really excited about that. That sounds fun. And he sent me about 50 of these. So I'll let you know how this goes. I did produce my own orange Dalmatians and put some out in the hobby and then stopped working with them, and I kind of have some regret for that, so I'm getting back into it with these. And I don't know if these are descended from my stock or different stock. Could be the stock from Ryan Orr that was distributed through Kyle Candelian at Roach Crossing. Could be somebody else made a cross, whatever. But either way, they are really kind of pretty. It's kind of sad that Porcelaeus scaber is not more widely kept, because there's a lot of amazing variation in this species. And let's move on to the rubber duckies. All right, it's nice and ventilated. Look at these dark duckies. Let's get a closer shot there. Those look nice, don't they? Beautiful. All right. Let's put these in. I'm just going to go ahead and, you can see there's several more there. I'm going to go ahead and just put the moss in here because I don't want to miss anything, and the moss is just going to be good to have in there. So if there are tiny monkai or just small juveniles in there, or just I happen to miss one, I don't want to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and just put all the moss in there. Well, I'll let those rubber duckies get settled in. Thank you so much for watching today. I post videos every Friday with live streams and shorts during the week as well. Please feel free to share, rate, comment, if you haven't already,
subscribe,
and then tap the bell for all notifications so you don't miss my next video.